Update 2. My best friend convinced my wife I was cheating on her, then they both got angry when they realized I was not cheating. I made the decision to separate from my wife, and I heard from my mother-in-law that her mental health was in an awful place. My wife passed away early Monday morning. She took her own life. Convinced by her friend Jessie that I was having an affair that I did not have, she had a mental break, which resulted in my taking our infant daughter and staying with my parents for a while. She was with her parents, who planned on taking her to the hospital for inpatient treatment on Monday. On Sunday night she came to my parents' house and demanded I give her our daughter. Because she had left her alone for several hours the last time she was responsible for her and had gotten physical with me, I refused. I offered to let her come in and spend time with her while my parents and I were present, but she didn't want to come in and wanted to take our daughter with her. She was upset but left eventually. A few hours later, she took her own life and left a note, in which she accused me of having an affair, and this was one of the contributing factors of her suicide. The friend, Jessie, came to see my daughter and me yesterday. She was so angry at me and tried laying hands on me, but I managed to restrain her. Once again she blamed me. However, after a while, she stopped trying to fight me and slumped into my arms. After some tears, she told me that she was planning to speak at my wife's funeral. She had already cleared it with my in-laws but was letting me know as a courtesy. I told her she would not be speaking at the funeral. We fought and she left after telling me that I was an a-hole and not the only person who loved my wife. I talked to my in-laws who were adamant that Jessie be allowed to speak. She and my wife have known each other since they were kids and my in-laws are close to her. We're all very fragile right now and I fear that pushing this further would hurt my relationship with my in-laws, which I don't want. Still, the thought of seeing Jessie up there at my wife's funeral makes me feel sick. I don't think I can stand to listen to her, knowing that she took joy in my wife's deteriorating mental health and picked up my wife, leaving my daughter home alone. Edit. The funeral took place and Jessie spoke. And oh the tears, her speech was actually beautiful, if you did not know what she did in the first place. Then it was my turn to speak, and when it was time, I decided to rip Jessie to shreds, and so I did. I exposed her, everything she did, and how disgusting I find it that she dares taint my wife's memory in such a way, portraying herself a saint who cared so deeply for my wife, but was really the one who led her to taking her life. Following my speech, the funeral had an indescribably dark atmosphere. Needless to say, Jess and my in-laws bombarded me with calls after. Jessie showed up at my house the next day. I knew better than to let her in, so I just allowed her to yell at me and try barge her way in. She only backed off when I called the police on her. I'm thinking of getting a restraining order.